The bank made a huge mistake thinking 600,000 was 6 million. John wound up with an extra 5.4 million. He intended to do the right thing and return it, but the moment he mentioned the amount was wrong. The manager Linda cut him off, saying their teller must have warned him about their strict no responsibility after leaving the counter policy, while they were blaming him before even hearing the facts. So John decided to play by their own rules and give them a taste of their own medicine. But just to be safe, he discreetly started recording on his phone. He insisted the money was definitely wrong, and he had only just stepped away, questioning if that even counted as leaving. The manager pointed and told him to look clearly. Their counter meant that specific area. The moment you leave your seat, it already counts as leaving the counter, let alone walking out the bank doors. Perfect, that was exactly what John wanted to hear. So he asked for clarification, meaning now whether the amount was over or short. He was stuck with it. The manager confirmed yes, and asked him to understand the bank's position. They count money with machines, so mistakes are impossible. Once a customer takes the money, whether they miscount it themselves, or misplace it somewhere else, or even try to scam the bank, things get murky. Hence the clear no responsibility after leaving policy. Unbelievable, the manager was subtly accusing John of fraud, trying to shake the bank down for money. Well, in that case, he decided he wasn't returning a dime. He challenged her, asking if she, as just a manager, could actually speak for the entire bank, telling her to think carefully because he was recording everything. She said go ahead and record. Her stance would be the same anywhere. No responsibility after leaving was a standard rule for all banks nationwide. She might not speak for the whole industry, but her word was final for this branch. Suddenly the teller Mike realized the massive error and frantically told Linda to stop John and not let him leave. Linda asked what all the panic was about. Mike stammered that he misread the withdrawal slip for 60,000 and accidentally gave out 6 million instead. He was relieved John was still there and urged him to return the money immediately. John reminded them he tried to tell them they overpaid and wanted to give it back, but Linda wouldn't let him finish, assuming he was running a scam, and shut him down with their own policy. Linda backpedaled, now claiming the rule really meant if the customer got shortchanged, they bore the consequences, but if the bank overpaid, the money had to be returned. She stated the bank held the final right to interpret their own no responsibility policy. John was stunned. This was a blatant shady clause. What an eye-opener. They could defend such a one-sided rule with a straight face, trying to have it both ways. Linda warned him he might not understand, but taking extra money from a bank was considered ill-gotten gains, and the bank could sue, sending him to jail. So not returning the money meant jail time. Good thing his evidence wasn't recorded for nothing. He wasn't afraid to go to court over this. Linda changed her tone, saying if he returned the money now, the bank would let the matter drop. John scoffed at her phrasing, as if their mistake was somehow his fault as the customer. He didn't steal or rob anyone for this cash. Today he was determined to walk out with it, daring them to stop him. Linda laughed, asking if he thought their security was for show, telling him to try walking out the door, yelling that this guy took 5.4 million extra and thought he could just leave. The branch president, Mr. Johnson, stepped in, saying this was no big deal. Since everyone was present, they could settle it calmly. Just return the money now, and he as president promised to let bygones be bygones. He told John to think hard. Didn't he and his family have any assets in the banking system? Then he turned to the teller, calling him a fool, always causing trouble for him. The teller Mike whined, uncle, it was just a slip. He added an extra zero by mistake. Now it made sense, such a basic bank error. The teller was the president's nephew, likely got the job through connections. The Apple